Coming up, an OU transit bus crashes on the south side of campus. What we know right now. And a bill moves through the Oklahoma legislature that threatens tenure at OU, how this could affect professors' jobs. Plus, the parents of an OU rugby player killed last year are filing a lawsuit against multiple defendants. This is OU Nightly.
Breaking tonight, an OU transit bus was hit traveling on the south side of campus. Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Michael Thompson.
And I'm Abby Hollinsworth. The bus was hit on GT Blankenship Boulevard near Jenkins Avenue. OU Nightly's Michael Buchanan is at the site of the crash. Michael, what has the police department told you?
Michael, Abby, I'm here at the Lloyd Noble Center, where as you can see behind me, crews are working to tow the bus out of the parking lot. OUPD says that multiple people were injured in this crash and transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. They said at this point in the investigation, the bus driver is not at fault, but they emphasized that the investigation was ongoing. We're going to continue to follow this story as it develops. Reporting from the Lloyd Noble Center, Michael Buchanan, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Michael. Another accident happened today in Norman. Norman police say a pedestrian was hit by a car while crossing Porter Avenue. Norman PD responded around 10:45 this morning. The person hit was taken to the hospital in critical condition. The accident is still under investigation. Well, Abby, it feels pretty good outside, even despite the rain, but you know how it is in Oklahoma.
I agree, always changing, but I know we definitely have that potential for severe weather coming up. And OU Nightly meteorologist Rachel Mosshammer is in studio. Rachel, what are those details?
Yeah, Abby, Michael, you guys are right. We are expecting some severe weather later on this week, but we'll get to that later on in Maine weather. Current temperatures right now, 51 degrees in Oklahoma City, 53 degrees in Norman. It's a little chilly and it's a little misty outside. OU Nightly meteorologist Sky Schreck is outside right now with an update on what it looks like. Sky?
Thanks, Rachel. It's raining quite a bit behind me still on campus. You can see that the pavement back there is still wet from the cloud cover and the rain that we've had today. It's going to have pretty similar conditions as we head into tomorrow, but we're really looking ahead to a threat of severe weather both Friday and at the start of next week. This is an all hazards risk for severe weather right now. That can include wind, hail, maybe even a tornado or two as well. Your campus weather authority will track these risks for severe weather for you as we get closer to the days, and Rachel Mosshammer will have more coming up later in the show. Rachel?
Thank you, Sky. Yeah, like he said, we are going to be talking about the severe weather risks ahead. We're going to have some weekend rain, and then we're going to time out those storms for you and break down those risks on what we're expecting for this week when we come to Maine weather.
Thank you, Rachel. There's a new bill moving through the Oklahoma legislature that could seriously change how universities hire and keep professors. Senate Bill 1782 would eliminate the possibility of tenure for new faculty hired at the University of Oklahoma starting in 2027. OU Nightly's Bryn Mead has the breakdown for how this could not just affect OU staff, but students too. Bryn?
Abby, instead of lifetime tenure protections, professors would work on renewable contracts capped at 5 years. So first off, what is tenure? It's basically a long-term job protection system after years of teaching and research. Once they earn it, they cannot easily be fired unless there are serious misconduct allegations. The idea is to protect academic freedom, meaning professors can speak, research, and teach openly without worrying about losing their job over controversial ideas. Supporters of the bill say that moving to contracts would hold faculty more accountable based on performance and student outcomes. Critics, however, say that OU's own faculty leaders say removing tenure could make it harder for universities in Oklahoma to recruit and retain top professors. This is because many prefer to work at a campus where tenure is expected. This would affect students specifically in research programs if fewer top scholars choose to work here. This is not final yet as the bill is still moving through legislature. Abby, Michael.
Thank you, Bryn. OU Nightly will keep you informed as this bill passes through the legislature. For updates on this bill and others, follow along on our Instagram.
The U.S. and Israeli military action is ramping up as war with Iran continues. Madison Dealey has that and the rest of today's national and international headlines from the News Center.
Yeah, Michael, the United States and Israel are advancing their attacks as the Senate holds a vote on whether future voting will be placed on limiting President Trump's war authority, which is expected to fail. The U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says that the next phase of military action is to take complete control of Iranian skies by U.S. and Israeli air forces. According to the human rights activist new agency, more than 1,000 people have been killed in Iran since the war started. As the war enhances, the U.S. is struggling to evacuate Americans in all 14 Middle Eastern countries. President Donald Trump says there was no evacuation plan in place due to the quick start of the war. Secretary of State Mark Rubio says there will be charter flights, military transports, and commercial opportunities to help those overseas. Officials are urging Americans that need help to contact the State Department. Police detained a man after finding several boxes of ammunition outside Ken Paxton's election watch party Tuesday. Near the Dallas Marriott Uptown, police say they responded to a suspicious person who they then stopped for traffic violations. Dallas police say that investigators found out he was there to make a delivery to an employee. Police arrested him without any complications. A mom in Maryland is upset after purchasing formula from her local Walmart that contained flour instead. The parents say their baby drank some but did not suffer any serious health concerns.
Thank you, Madison. Coming up, Norman drivers could be feeling some relief. Find out what projects the city approved coming up after the break.
Plus, the parents of an OU rugby player are suing multiple parties after his death. Who they're suing when we come back. Norman drivers could see some new relief. Over $12 million will be set aside for various transportation projects around town. The city could see new buses, signage, and improvements to various streets, including Tecumseh Road, where $7.5 million have been set aside for improvements. Mayor Stephen Tyler Holman says this is necessary to handle congestion at busy intersections, and we'll keep you updated as the story develops.
The parents of OU rugby player Joseph Powell are filing a lawsuit following his death last March. According to the lawsuit, the defendants being sued include the 3 people involved, the company that they work for as they were in a company truck at the time of the incident, the city of Norman and Campus Corner Bars, Logie's, the porch, and sidelines. The lawsuit says that Powell approached a truck around 3 a.m. and asked for a ride. During the exchange, Powell was fatally hit in the head. It says that 911 was not called until around 3:47 a.m. The family is suing the Campus Corner Bars for selling and serving alcohol to Joseph when he was visibly intoxicated. OU Nightly will keep you posted on this case as it develops.
And fans are buzzing after reports of a celebrity couple getting married in secret. Gracie Steinbrink has that and more in today's entertainment report.
Abby, it looks like celebrities Tom Holland and Zendaya quietly tied the knot. Zendaya's stylist says they got married in secret. This comes after Zendaya was spotted with a gold band on her finger last month, starting rumors of a wedding. Singer-songwriter Justin Timberlake is suing the Sag Harbor Police Department to stop the release of body cam footage from his 2024 arrest. He was charged with a DWI, driving while impaired. His lawyers say releasing the footage would violate his privacy and harm his reputation. Plans to make the footage public are put on pause until the case is decided. And OU Musical Theater's spring show Company is hitting the main stage. The story follows a single man questioning marriage and commitment while surrounded by his married friends. The show will run through March 6th through the 8th at LCC Brackett Theater. Tickets are on sale now. Abby, Michael.
Thank you, Gracie. And Skip Johnson's squad hosted the team that has been their Achilles heel last night.
OU Nightly's Cam Williams will tell you if OU baseball could finally flip the script against Dallas Baptist, coming up later in sports.
A multi-day severe weather event. We're going to be breaking it down for you and timing out that severe weather coming up. Well, welcome back to OU Nightly. We are so glad to have you here on this Wednesday afternoon. We are taking a look at our weather center cam right now, and it is gloomy and misty outside. It's kind of the calm before the storm. We have severe weather coming up later on this weekend. It's going to be a multi-day severe weather event. So we'll talk about that here in a second. But right now, current temperatures here in Norman, 53 degrees. We're looking at that humidity, 93%. This moisture is going to be what's driving that severe weather coming coming up for your Thursday and Friday. So we'll talk about that here in a moment. Current temperatures, though, with 51 degrees here in Oklahoma City, 53 degrees in Norman, 49 degrees in El Reno, 51 degrees out in Weatherford. So again, it kind of feels like fall outside, especially with that mist and that fog, but it's definitely going to feel like spring coming up in the next couple of days. Our first severe weather event, that's going to be on Thursday. Right now here in Norman, we are in a 1 out of 5 risk. A lot of western Oklahoma is in that 2 out of 5 risk, and they're going to be experiencing severe weather risks across the board. So they'll see wind, hail, tornadoes, and we also are in a small chance for all of those as well here in Norman. Right now, that tornado risk, it is relatively low, but it's not zero here in Norman, and then it's about a low to medium out in western parts of Oklahoma. So definitely something to keep in mind. Again, we have that moisture, we have that cold front, our dry line, all the ingredients we need to have those typical spring-like storms for your Thursday and your Friday. Again, that large hail risk is going to be primarily out to the west. We could see some issues here in Norman, but Friday, that's our biggest story right now. We are in an enhanced risk here in Norman, a 3 out of 5 risk, and we're going to have a chance to see all of those different severe weather types. So we'll see wind, hail, maybe a couple of tornadoes, and there is a chance that we see all 3 of those, and we'll break down those risks tomorrow. The Storm Prediction Center will put out their categorical risks, so we'll be able to see those tornadoes, the wind and hail risks by tomorrow, and we'll give you an updated forecast for your Thursday afternoon. However, we'll break this down for you. We'll explain how exactly we're going to get that severe weather risk. Right now, you'll see that cold front. It's going to slowly start to make its way south, and then by the time we get to Friday afternoon, that cold front's going to go ahead and stall right over North Oklahoma City. Now, with that cold front, we also have a dry line, which is going to be another ingredient that we're going to see for that severe weather risk. Now, that dry line, it's going to start off in the Texas Panhandle. It's going to make its trek east, and by Friday, remember, we're going to have that cold front right there. As it starts to clash with that dry line, that's when we can get that storm initiation, which means we can get that severe weather right across that dry line and that cold front, and that'll start to move off for your Friday afternoon. But again, we'll have an updated forecast for your Thursday. However, we'll time this out right now. Our future cast will have storms out in northwestern parts of Oklahoma later on tonight. That's where you saw that slight risk with all of those severe weather risk types out in northwest Oklahoma. But then again, the bigger story for Friday. Right now, a lot of models are predicting for this line to be eastward, but like I showed you with that dry line and that cold front, that setup it's a little bit up in the air. It could be a little bit westward, it could be a little bit more north. Again, it just depends on how fast that cold front is, so it's very important to stick with us here at OU Nightly, and we'll give you an updated forecast. Highs for tomorrow, though, 69 degrees here in Norman, 74 in Oklahoma City. It's gonna warm up, and then it's gonna cool right back down for your Thursday, 50 degrees in Norman. Now take a look at this 7-day though. Rain chances all throughout the weekend. Unfortunately, we're going to have some rumbles of thunder, some severe weather risks, which means you're probably not going to get much sleep from that, but you also won't get much sleep on Sunday since we're going to go ahead and spring forward with our clocks. So it's looking like spring is in full swing here in Oklahoma.
Well, so tell me, so if a tornado, for people that don't know at home, if a tornado's coming right for you, what do we do? What's the precaution?
Of course. So you're going to want to find the centermost room of your house, anywhere that's not with the exterior walls. And then, of course, anything like a bathroom, a closet is probably going to be the best idea. But, of course, you want to make sure you have 2 ways to receive warnings, so you're prepared for that.
Well, thank you very much. A Norman man pleads guilty to setting a deputy's home and car on fire. The Department of Justice said Austin Garrett Reeves was caught on surveillance video in August. Reeves was also arrested the day before the fire for stealing a handgun from the McLean County deputy's car. Reeves then set the patrol unit and another vehicle on fire, and the flames spread to the deputy's house. Reeves was charged with arson in Indian Country for being a felon with a firearm. Reeves has not yet been sentenced, but he could face up to life in federal prison and a fine up to $500,000. Well, Sooner softball stays swinging for the fences just a week out from conference play. And while the reigning NBA champs faced a familiar former teammate.
And we have an update from the state high school basketball tournament in Oklahoma City. Speaking of tournaments, March is the season of madness. See what one Sooners team. Hello, I'm Cam Williams, and it's time for sports. Senior night for OU Hoops last night at the LNC, and according to ESPN, the Sooners are the 11th team on the bubble for the NCAA tournament. And we'll pick it up late first half where Porter Moser and his squad jumped out to a 9-point halftime lead after a nice drop-off and this dunk from Tay Davis. But it was the play of the 6-year senior, Jadon Jones, who's going to throw it down in transition from this feed from Nigel Pack as he scored a career-high 13 points to lead the Sooners to an 80-64 win. And head coach Porter Moser knows there's a tournament path for his squad.
We've won 5 out of 7 SEC games. All right, 5 out of 7 SEC games. We're playing our best basketball in February, and we got to keep believing in a path. And we've been saying one game at a time. We've talked about it. There's an urgency to it, and these guys have played with an urgency, and more importantly, they've prepped.
Girls Class A playoff basketball between Caddo and Amber Pocasset, and we'll pick it up late in the fourth as Caden Prince drills this three from deep to put Caddo up 42-41 with 6:50 left in the contest. And then this Emma Daniels clutch free throw puts the Lady Bruins up 3 late. And then the final play and post, Blakely Miller gets a look off the inbound, no good. The Lady Bruins win 47-44, and they move on to the semis. No SGA or J-Dub last night for the Thunder in the Windy City, and it was a dunk fest as Isaiah Joe backdoor and slams this one home on the nice feed from Jay Will. Thunder up by 7 in the second. Early third quarter now. And first-year All-Star Chet Holmgren is going to throw it down, and OKC wins in a close one, 116-108. And OU baseball took on their kryptonite last night, facing the Dallas Baptist Patriots at home. And then this defensive game, the Sooners used 8 pitchers on the night, holding this high-scoring DBU offense to 0 runs, beating the Patriots for the first time in 3 years, winning 2-0. And head coach Skip Johnson stressed to his team the importance of flipping the script.
You try to build confidence as you go through, and you want to leave them on a good note. And what ends up happening is you kind of worry sometimes about what happens the outing before, and if it doesn't carry over to the next outing, and you just try to talk to them about, hey, the only thing you can control is throwing the ball to target and executing the pitches.
And OU softball made the short trip down I-35 last night as they faced the Mean Green of North Texas. This one wasn't close, folks, as 4 different Sooners homered, and the freshman fest continued with Kendall Wells drilling one home and Kai Miner extending her hitting streak to 17 straight games. Sooners win 16-4. Abby, Michael?
Thank you, Cam. Patty Gasso has them playing out of this world. And speaking of outer space, NASA has made a new discovery.
After the break, find out about a new dark galaxy not visible to the eye coming up.
I'm Sky Clausen at the OU Nightly Update Desk. Oklahoma City Police Department is looking for information on 3 individuals who stole over $2,000 in shoes. The theft happened at Dick's Sporting Goods near Memorial Road in North Penn. OKC police say the individuals walked into the store and took the shoes without paying. Abby, Michael, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Sky. Rachel, do you have any more information for us about that severe weather coming up?
Yeah, absolutely. I have a lot of information. So the 7-day forecast, we're going to take a look at it again. We have those rain chances for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Again, on Tuesday, we have another severe weather risk. So spring is in full swing here in Norman. So you want to make sure that you're signing up for our weather call. This is going to be, it's $12 a year, so $1 per month. This way you're going to get calls from our OU Nightly meteorologist to let you know when we have a watch or a warning in your area. So that'll be one of the 2 ways that you can one of the 2 ways you can get a warning here in Norman.
Thank you, Rachel. I know severe weather, never great, but I can't lie. As long as everyone stays safe, I do enjoy the rain and the lightning and the thunder. I don't know about you.
I'm not a fan of the severe weather. I love the sun, so yeah, no.
Perfect. Well, it sounds straight out of a sci-fi film. NASA's Hubble telescope has discovered another galaxy, and they're calling it Candidate Dark Galaxy 2.
Scientists say the galaxy might have more dark matter than ever discovered before. They think it might be made up of at least 99.9% dark matter. The matter is invisible, but researchers say there are ways of inferring it's there. And I feel like this kind of brings up some bigger questions about the universe. Do you guys think aliens are real?
I mean, I do. The universe is way too big for there not to be at least something with a life form out there.
Hey, I don't know, but I will leave that speculation up to you guys.
Well, the real question is, what exactly is dark matter, right? Rachel, you're the meteorologist. Do you know what dark matter is?
Listen, meteorologist has nothing to do with meteors. I don't know anything about space, so that's not my forte. But I do believe in aliens. I think you're right. It's way too big of space to not have something out there.
Well, thank you so much for watching OU Nightly. I'm Michael Thompson.
And I'm Abby Hollinsworth. Be sure to watch OU Nightly live weekdays at 4:30. Good night.